Good evening. Today I'll be talking about linear equations by analogical and geographical methods. The definition. Linear equation is a mathematical expression that has an equal sign in a linear expression. Also is a mathematical statement that performs function of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The variables cannot have exponent, it cannot multiply or divide two variables, and it cannot have the variable under square root symbols. Solving a linear equation. Here I have an example. You have 10 plus 3, the parentheses 2x minus 4 is equal to 17 minus x plus 5. So as you can see, this is how you would, solve the problem. Later I will be demonstrating how you do that. Intersection of graphs method. First, geographical approach to solving linear equations. So here you have y1 is equal to fx and y2 is equal to g of x. And on the graph, this is the original problem from the last presentation. So you have 10 plus 3x, 2x minus 4. Of course, you know that you distribute the 3 into the 2 and to the 3 to the 4. Here you have is equal to 17 minus 1x plus 5. Of course, once again, you distribute the negative sign. So the left side right here is your y1, which is right here, and it's on the graph. And then your x is right here, and it's right there. And on the graph, y is equal to 10, and x is equal to 2. Let me go back to the original problem. So as you can see, whenever you solve the equation here, x is equal to 2. And when you check for your answer, you'll plug in 2, which is y is equal to 10. So that's where the x equals 2 and the y equals 10 came from. Graphical approach to solving linear equation. There's two methods. Intersection of graph, where the solution is set of all real numbers x such that f is above the graph. And this is the example right here. Variables in linear equation. Variable, a number that you do not know, often represented by x or y, but you can use any letters. It cannot have exponent or powers, for example, x squared or x to the second. It cannot multiply or divide each other by example, for example, x times y or xy or x divided by y or x over y. It cannot be found under a square root sign or a square root sign or a root sign. For example, square root of x or the square root of x. A linear equation is one variable. It is an equation which can be written in the form ax plus b is equal to c. For a and b and c are real numbers with a cannot be equal to 0. Linear equation is one variable. For example, 2x plus 3 is equal to 11. Then you have 2 parentheses x minus 1 is equal to a. It can also be written as 2x plus negative 2 is equal to y. Then that's equal to 2. 2/3 x plus 5 is equal to x minus 7. It can be also written as negative 1/3 x plus 5 is equal to negative 7. Not a linear equation is one variable. 2x plus 3y is equal to 11. That's two variables. And then x minus 2 squared is equal to 8 is x is squared. A solution of a linear equation is one variable, is a real number, which, when substituted for a variable, is the equation, makes the equation true. For example, is 3 a solution of 2x plus 3 is equal to 11. So you're going to do 2x plus 3 is equal to 11. You're going to substitute the x and bring in the 3. So 2 times 3 plus 3 is equal to 11. 2 plus 3 is not equal to 11, so this is a false statement. 3 is not a solution of 2x plus 3 is equal to 11. An example of a true statement is a is a solution for 2x plus 3 is equal to 11. 2x plus 3 is equal to 11. You substitute the x and bring in the 4, so you do 2 times 4 plus 3 is equal to 11. A plus 3 is 11, which is equal to 11, so this is definitely a true statement. Additional property of equation is if A is equal to B, then A plus C is equal to B plus C, and A minus C is equal to B minus C. That is, the same number can be added or subtracted from each other from an equation without changing the solution of the equation. Here is an example. So you have x minus 5 is equal to 12. X minus 5 is equal to 12, so you're going to add 5 to both sides to cancel out the negative 5 from the positive 5. From the positive 5, which is x is equal to 17. So then now you check your work. Right here, you plug in 17. 17 minus 5 is equal to 12, so that is definitely a true statement. Multiplication property of equation. If A is equal to B and C is not equal to 0, then A, C, and B, C, and A over C and B over C are equal to each other. That is, an equation can be multiplied or divided by the same non-zero numbers, real numbers, without changing the solution of the equation. For example, 2x plus 7 is equal to 19. 2x plus 7 is equal to 19, so of course you want to get rid of the 7, so you're going to subtract 7 to both sides, which you are left with 2x is equal to 12, which is 1/2 plus 2x is equal to 1/2 times 12, which is equal to x is equal to 6, and of course you check your work and you plug in 6 and you'll get 19. Independent and dependent variables. Linear equations are functions which have two variables. They have an independent and dependent variable. Independent and dependent variables. Independent variables are variables that you can put into an equation, and dependent variables are variables that you can solve for. If something is independent, then it is on its own. But if it's dependent, then it relies on something or something else. A dependent variable relies on what is used in place of independent variable. For example, y is equal to 2x minus 4. Using the equation above, y has to be dependent variable. Why? Because it's the variable that is being solved for. Because linear equations have two variables, there are many possible combinations of answers. Those possible solutions are written as ordered pairs. Usually an ordered pair is written with the independent variable first, then the dependent variable next. For example, y is equal to 3x minus 5. Because we solve for y, then x is independent variable. The ordered pair will be then written as x and y. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to do an example. So you got 5, and then you got parentheses 2 plus x is equal, can you see that? Okay. 3, 4 minus x. Of course, you got to distribute, which that will give you 10 plus 5x is equal to 12 minus 3x with the distribution. And then you want to get rid of the 10. So you want to get rid of the 3. So you're going to add 3 to both sides. And that crosses out, and that will be 10. 8. I wrote 3 wrong, so it's right here, underneath right here. That crosses out. That's 8x plus 10 is equal to 12. Correct? You see that right there. So now you want to subtract the 10 to get rid of that. So you can leave x by itself. So you're going to solve for this right here. So that will be 2. You want x by itself. Can you see that? You want x by itself. So you're going to divide by a. Divide by a. That crosses out. So x is equal to 2 over a, which is equal to 1 over 4th. You can see that. Alright. Thank you.